morning. I am up bright and early this morning to show you a little bit about what I'm doing. I often get the question, what do you do when you're on your day off? If we're not only opened a little bit, then people wonder what we actually do when we're not open. But we do lots of things. And one of the things we're doing right now is these little guys have arrived. Japanese beetles, if you have them in your garden, you're going to want to get rid of them because they eat the foliage of your plants. Here's a picture of the damage started. They love to eat large leaf plants, so particularly raspberries, grapes, blackberries, any of those big leaves. I've seen them on my green beans. So all you have to do to get rid of them is have a soapy bucket of water, and you just put it right underneath, and they pretty much just jump right to their death. They are not very smart, and their reflex, or their nature, is to fall to the ground. I didn't miss that one. Is to fall to the ground when they feel danger, because that's where they hide. That's where they hide to lay their eggs in the evening. So you just sort of tap the leaf and they jump right into the bucket. So that's something you can do in your garden to help get rid of these beetles without spraying. Another job we do early each morning on a day at this time of the year is pick raspberries. However, it's not as simple as it once was. We not only pick the good berries, but we pick not so good berries. And when I pick, I have a bad bucket, and then I have good buckets. And the bad ones get fed to the pigs, where we get our raw milk from, and the good ones are sold to customers or made into jam. Good afternoon. I'm back outside, had a lunch break, a little nap, and movie with my son, and now I am back outside to harvest some flowers for sock blanks. So I'm going to take you with me. Okay, we're back in the kitchen and I'm all set up to make several sock blanks. I have pre-wetted, so I have been soaking sock blanks in some water so that they are wet when I put the flowers on, and then I have it all laid out on my counter. And I have the different flowers all ready to go. Some of the things I brought in today, we have Joe Pye weed leaves, some spearmint. These are different glorioso daisies, different flowers in the Rudbeckia family, some black hollyhocks. These are two different kinds of coreopsis, or also known as tick seed. A couple different colors of yarrow, purple coneflower, spirea, and then a couple different colors of Asiatic lilies. And on top of that, I have some of my extracts that I've already created. You see I have them labeled. I will put the flowers on directly, and then I also sometimes splash in different colors of extract that have already come from the flowers. Sometimes I even use a very fancy paintbrush to splatter it on, or a little squeezing pipette from my kids' science kit to splash it on as well. So, oh, and I also have, it's all set up over here at the stove. I've got some water boiling in the bottom pot, and then I will put my sock blanks in here on top to steam once they are ready. Okay, so my sock blanks are all tied up with all the flowers inside and ready to go into the steaming pot. So we've got the water boiling on the bottom and the steam at the top, and I'm going to put them in without any water in to start, and then once I get them all in there, I'm going to add just a small amount of water. And the reason I add a small amount of water is because I want them to be moist enough for the flowers to extract their color, but not too wet that the colors all bleed together. So they're in there, we're going to put the cover on, and I'll check back every 15 minutes or so to make sure there's enough moisture in there, and to turn them just like a sausage to make sure both sides get steamed properly so the colors extract. And then after about an hour they should be done. Okay, I'm back, and our sock blanks are done steaming in the steamer pot, and I've just taken them out. They're looking like sausages that have faded. The extracts have released from the flowers, and they're looking kind of like this. So here's kind of what they look like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to untie them, and I'm going to take all the flowers off, and we're going to see what they look like. Okay, so the results of our sock blanks today, it was the first day that I've ever used the black, I'm forgetting the name of it, the black hollyhocks. And you can see, it's kind of hard to see with the light in the back, but the big purple splotches are from the black hollyhocks. So like that one right there is really defined. This one over here, you see, this is from one of those large glorioso daisies. And you can see some of the coreopsis mixed in here. I did find on this one that the mint didn't really give me anything except a good smell to my sock blank, and the Asiatic lilies did not give me much color. The second one has a lot more of the Rudbeckia in, so you can kind of see some there. There's a really beautiful black hollyhock. There's another one there. Here's another yellow. Some coreopsis. And then the third one, I actually had mostly like a dark purple Asiatic lily in this one. And it gave me a very light kind of a purpley blue color. I find that after I wash it, it turns a little more blue than it is originally. But you can see there's some bluish purple here. We've got the coreopsis that came out, and of course the big hollyhocks. So I think all in all, a pretty good day for the sock blanks that I made. I'm going to now wash these with some Eucalyptus wool wash to make sure all the plant material is off of them. And I'm going to hang them to dry, and they'll be ready for customers. And I think the colors are going to pop a lot more once they're dry and they have cinched up a little bit. They're all stretched out right now because they're wet. So thanks for watching and learning about how I make my sock blanks. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm finally sitting down for the night, and I am going to start working. Big cat face here. You see this is my cat. One of them, if you'll show his face. This is Twinkle. Twinkle loves to sit on my lap as soon as I sit down at night. But I am sitting down and going to work on a few little projects out of my own yarn. So here's one. Isn't this super cute? This is going to be a little Christmas ornament. It's a little sweater Christmas ornament, and I'm making these to sell at the Rochester Downtown Farmers Market in the fall. And there'll be a few little things knitted out of some of my yarn. So this is an indigo yarn. The colorway is Mama's Boys, and it's a very light indigo dip. So I'm working on making some little sweaters tonight, and then I'm working on making this. I'm going to cast on this hat. It is by Hohi Locatelli. It's called a Girl Thing, and it has some, it's not a fingering weight, it has some striping, and then it has this really pretty lace top to it. And I am making it out of these 3 colors. If I can hold them up to show. So the first, the ribbing on the edge is going to be this darker yellow called Sunshine Day, and then it's going to be striped with this one of a kind. It's got some variegated yellows in it, and the top is going to be this really light yellow called Buttercup, which is out of goldenrod. So this one is dipped, is a goldenrod immersion dye. This one is marigolds, and this one is a variegated that I dye in the oven, and it has marigold and goldenrod, and then also some red onion skins in there. So that's what I'm doing tonight. It's been a long day, and I am ready to relax. So thanks for following along today as we did a day in the life at the farm and all the things that we do, and we hope to see you out at Firefly Berries soon. Thanks. Good night.